Welcome back here with us on Urban Debate on Mirror Now. Let's now get you the latest update from the state of Maharashtra. Consumers in Maharashtra will be able to buy wine at grocery shops and supermarkets. Maharashtra government has approved the policy which for the first time allows the sale of wine at supermarkets and grocery shops of more than 1,000 square feet size. Now, the state government has said that the move is going to boost fruit-producing farmers. The move is being welcomed by people as it will make shopping experience more comfortable. However, the BJP has opposed the new liquor policy. Leader of opposition Devendra Fadnavis has slammed the Mahavikas Aghadi government, saying while liquor was made cheaper at a time when no relief was given on petrol and diesel, Devendra Fadnavis also said that BJP will not let Maharashtra become Madhya Rashtra. Let's ask the BJP and the Mahavikas Aghadi government on what their views are on the new policy. Is it pragmatic or problematic? Joining us on the broadcast this evening is Niranjan Shetty, spokesperson of the BJP. We are also joined by Clyde Castro, who is spokesperson of the NCP. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us here on Urban Debate this evening. Niranjan Shetty, to you first. Can you tell us what the concerns are of the BJP as far as this new policy around wine is concerned in Maharashtra?
I can't hear.
Mr. Shetty, can you hear me?
I can't hear.
Am I audible now, sir? Mr. Shetty? Okay, we'll try and reconnect with Mr. Niranjan Shetty. Okay, I think now he's able to hear me. Yes, Mr. Shetty, what are the concerns of the BJP with this new policy?
Basically, what we fail to understand from the present government policy is that they claim to, save the farmers and it is in the larger interest of farmers. But having said that, what I would like to point out over here is, in Maharashtra itself, it will be only benefited to a particular area. The Vidarbha, the Marathwada will not be, farmers will not be able, they will not be able to get the benefits. Only 7 to 8% of the farmers who cultivate such kind of fruits and the grapes will be able to benefit from this. And it is a clear-cut policy. What I perceive is that Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is only appeasing his mayor, especially those people coming, those who are voting for that particular party, especially from Nasik and Pasgaon. These are the only area where such kind of wine is produced on a larger scale.
Okay. Clyde Castro, will you like to respond? Because earlier Mr. Devendra Fadnavis had said that this is an attempt by the Mahavikas Aghadi government in Maharashtra to make Maharashtra Madhya Rashtra, and now Mr. Niranjan Shetty is saying that it's more about appeasement than actually helping the farmers.
Heena, you know what, the audio today is very bad, so I couldn't hear Niranjan Shetty. But I couldn't decipher what you were saying, and I'm trying to decipher what you're saying. But the point is here, I mean, I know what they are talking about.
If you want, I can explain to you what he said. He said only 7 to 8% farmers are going to benefit.
See, the point here is, Heena, that the BJP has no issues to, oppose. They've just decided to start opposing. The fact of the matter is that what we are looking at here is we are trying to help the farmers. What is the harm if wines are sold in a supermarket or store? What's the harm in that? And the BJP is opposing this. Okay, so many leaders of the BJP have wineries. So the question here is, are they going to shut the winery and oppose this thing? Then they should start it and start selling probably packaged drinking water. The other thing is, Mr. Devendra Fadnavis went on record and he was like trying to make it a big issue by saying that you're going to convert Maharashtra into like an alcohol state. The point here is, if this is the case, there are so many BJP leaders and functionaries that own beer distilleries, liquor distilleries. Shut them. Don't make it an alcohol state. There are so many BJP leaders and functionaries who own bars, pubs, restaurants where alcohol is sold. Are you going to shut them? I mean, these double standards which they talk about. Secondly, when I talk about double standards, is in Himachal Pradesh, in Goa, this same policy where the BJP government holds is implemented. So why this duplicity? just for the sake of opposing. Why are you opposing this? There are so many farmers. I'll tell you what I heard a little bit. What Niranjan Shetty was earlier, they were opposing that only a section of the farmers will be beneficial. So I'm trying to say that you are going to only, like you accuse us of appeasing a certain section of farmers, you're trying to appease only a certain section of farmers. If there are people who can profit from this, farmers can profit from this, small, the supermarkets or stores can profit from it. In times like this, what is the harm? If in times like these we have to put every piece together and build the whole state back in, we've gone through a lot of bad times. So why not? What is this opposition about? I mean, BJP can go on, Niranjan Shetty can go on.
Mr. Shetty now wants to respond, Clyde Castro. Okay. Number of issues you've raised, Mr. Shetty now wants to respond. Yes, Mr. Shetty.
No, what Mr. Clyde is trying to portray before the audience is they are trying to, inform the audience that due to this policy, the larger sections of the farmers is going to benefit. I would like to ask Mr. Clyde whether the suicide. Allow me to.
I said if a section also profits, what's the problem?
Allow me to complete.
Yeah,
I did not interject. I did not interject. Allow me to speak, put my view. Now, having said that, as I said in the beginning statement, only the section of people, those who are going to benefit, especially the Marathwada farmers are not going to benefit from this, nor the Vidarbha farmers are going to benefit from this. Only a particular sections of the Satara Sangli, where the particular party is having their voter base people, and only those area will benefit. This is clearly appeasement from the CM towards his mentor. That is number one. Number two.
Yes,
you
Mr.
tell
Clyde,
me,
one second. Let him complete.
Is Clyde going to assure me that there will be no suicide after this such a kind of policy? Is the farmers going to benefit much more? It is clearly. Again,
but how are these two issues related?
No.
How are these two issues related, Mr. Niranjan Shetty? How is it connected to? How is it connected? One second, Clyde Castro. One second. I'll give you time to respond. One second. I just want to understand from him, for the benefit of our viewers also, how is it connected to suicides? I mean, because we spoke to a lot of people, and in some parts of the world also, wines are available in supermarkets. People were welcoming this decision. So I want to just understand your perspective. Niranjan Shetty, quick response. And Clyde Castro.
Can I speak now?
I am trying to explain.
Clyde Castro, one second, please. Let him complete.
When I am saying it is an appeasement, it is clearly, when I cited, it is only 28% of the farmers who are going to benefit. So that is what I am saying, it is an appeasement. Secondly, Marathwada and the Vidarbha farmers are not going to benefit. Apart from that, I would also like to say, it was during our government policy which we allowed the farmers to come and, sell their all their products in the weekly markets, which the weekly market was closed by this Maharashtra Vikas Agadi government. And there are so many policies where we try to revive the farmers.
The view, Clyde Castro, coming to you now, the view of the BJP is that you're only trying to benefit a certain section of farmers.
Yeah, so I'm answering that. Right now. So while Niranjan Shetty speaks about us trying to appease a certain section of the state, let me tell you what the hurting point of the BJP is and what the hurt point of Mr. Devendra Fadnavis. Niranjan Shetty kept stressing that people of Vidarbha will not benefit, Marathwada will not benefit, Vidarbha will not benefit. The point here is Devendra Fadnavis wants to concentrate on Vidarbha. He wants the Vidarbha people to be happy only. That's why he is unhappy that according to them.
Niranjan Shetty, let Clyde Castro respond. Niranjan Shetty, no, I can't have a debate like this. Niranjan Shetty, let him complete his point and I'll come to you. Yes.
You kept stressing Vidarbha, and according to Devendra Fadnavis, Vidarbha is his state. That's what he's been trying to do, and this is the reason why they are shouting. Let me tell you, and I repeat, what Niranjan Shetty accused me of talking, he heard me, but he likes to do that. Point here is, I'm saying, even if it appeals to a section of the people, if some farmers are benefiting, what is the harm? We are trying to find ways and means to make sure that every farmer in the state is benefited in some way or the other. So these are steps that are being taken. If steps are being taken to benefit the farmers, why is it hurting these people? Because only one section of their so-called their state is not being benefited.
Niranjan Shetty, now please respond. What is the problem? You yourself mentioned that farmers in Sangli and Satara are going to benefit with this particular policy. So the view of the NCP is that, if it is going to benefit someone, why should BJP have a problem? And this probably the first step that they are taking to benefit the farmers. More probably will follow.
It is only 7 to 8% out of 100%. Only 7 to 8% and 92% they are allowing them to have.
7 to 8%
number one. Let me complete. Clyde, allow me to complete. Now you need to give. Now you need to matter. Now you allow me to complete. Now you cannot do all this.
No. See, you are focusing only on the point that it's going to benefit only 7 to 8%.
Allow me to complete. No, Clyde
Castro, gentlemen, we can't have a debate like this. One at a time, please. One at a time, please. Niranjan Shetty and Clyde Castro, let's listen to what he has to say. Yes, Mr. Shetty, you are consistently saying that it will benefit only 7 to 8%. My question to you is simple. Do these 7 to 8% farmers not matter? Simple question.
I fail to understand why it should matter. I am saying whenever the government has to decide some policy, it should be for the majority of the community. It cannot be for the section of the community.
Clyde Castro, no, I'm not going to allow this. Let's have a civil debate.
And that is where the appeasement policy, and that is where I am categorically speaking time and again that it is only an appeasement to a certain section of the farmers, which is only the voters of particular party. And that is what I said. It is a gift from CM to his mentor. Having said that, let me allow one more thing. See, basically his own Supremo was an agriculture minister. I also read in the article which mentions that because of this, the fruits wastage will be stopped. I fail to understand. He being an agriculture minister, he could have come out with various infrastructures which my government did. When Devendra Fadnavis was there, we opened the weekly market, allowed the farmers to come into the open market and sell, which their Supremo objected. They said we stopped all kind of people coming. And all these are the nexus of the NCP. You go to Wasi in Mumbai or any other state in the Maharashtra, they will be seeing that all kind of nexus is there. The normal farmers are not allowed to sell their food products outside the market.
Okay. Got your point, Mr. Shetty. Got your point. It is appeasement. That's what the BJP calls it. Quick response.
Let me respond to that. Let me be very categorical about this. Niranjan Shetty asked this question. How do the 7-8% people matter? Every farmer in our state matters to this government. It matters to us, whether it's 7-8% or the whole 100% of farmers. Every single farmer matters to us, and we'll take every step possible. 7%, 8%, 10%, 100% for every farmer. We will work and make sure every farmer benefits. For them, it's a particular section. For us, it's the whole state and every individual farmer. Why doesn't the BJP go on there? Now you don't talk. Now you told me not to talk. Somebody else talk. So now you wait. No, wait. Why digressing?
Let me interject.
Why digressing? No, let me finish and then you interject. No, you want to have an interjection session? I don't mind. Heena would probably get hassled. I don't want to hassle her. Point here is the BJP has very clearly said that
I don't know where it is going. But one second, gentlemen, we didn't really. We also, one second, Clyde Castro, we also wanted to focus on what this policy would mean for the people of Maharashtra. We haven't even touched upon that, and we've already spent about like 17 minutes on this issue in this debate already. Okay, one at a time, gentlemen. No, one second, Clyde Castro. No, 1 second. You hear me out first. 1 second. Please hear me out. Let's also now focus on whether this policy will help the people of Maharashtra in any way or not. Of course, the issue of farmers is important. You both have now expressed your concerns. BJP feels that it's only going to benefit a certain section of farmers. You are saying that your idea is to help anyone, who can be helped with this particular policy. Now, for people, what does it mean? Niranjan Shetty, because we spoke to a lot of people during the day on Mirror Now, and they told us that, it's a very progressive move. Your response?
See, I'll tell you one thing. What Mr. Clyde, my friend, does not know that this Maharashtra state is a prohibition state. Let him understand and read the excise rule book. The Maharashtra state does not allow such kind of policy, and that is the reason why
Okay,
most
so
of the wine
let's have a
shops.
debate on
See,
this,
this
Heena.
is a backdoor. This is the backdoor entry for the wine shop. With certain sections of their leaders have stopped giving such. So it is a backdoor permission to allow such kind of wine shop to flourish
No,
in the
no.
state of
Does
Maharashtra.
it mean
Let
liquor can't be
Heena, let me
sold? Does
complete.
it mean Mr.
Heena,
Niranjan Shetty
Heena,
liquor can't be sold in Maharashtra?
every
You're
time and
fooling the
then
people
even
of
I will not
Maharashtra,
allow.
lying
Even I
blatantly
will
on
not
air.
No,
allow
no,
you
no.
to speak.
Clyde,
Don't
Heena,
Clyde,
this is
one
very
second.
unfair.
Don't fool the
Gentlemen,
people
we
of
Heena,
can't
this is very
understand.
unfair.
Nobody will be able to understand what you're
Heena,
saying.
this
One
is
at a
very
time,
unfair.
please. Let me
Who is
first try
Heena,
and
misleading the people
understand
of
what Mr.
Maharashtra,
Shetty
Heena?
is
Why
trying
is
to
he
say.
misleading the people
Clyde,
of
feed us
Maharashtra?
down, please. Clyde, 1 second. 1 second, Clyde. We cannot have a debate like this. I am requesting you. Let's have a civil debate. 1 second. Mr. Shetty, you're saying that in Maharashtra, liquor is not allowed to be sold outside. I don't think that's true.
It's a prohibition state. If you can go and read, I am very well aware of the norms and exactly, and that is why this kind of things are going. So there is already a prohibition of opening a new
Okay.
wine shop, and it is a backdoor entry for allowing
No, 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 no.
such kind of people to
Okay,
benefit
now
from this.
Clyde, please
And
respond. Now, Mr. Shetty,
and
Mr.
I would
Shetty,
like,
you've made your
allow me
point.
to complete.
You've made your point. See, I am not from
Okay, fair enough.
Maharashtra.
Heena, I allow you.
1 second.
Heena,
I am
I
not
allow
from
you.
Maharashtra.
You being an anchor, I allow you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've made your point,
take
sir. No, sir. You have made your point. Let now the other person respond also, because I am not from
Heena, you have
Maharashtra.
every
I am
right.
being told that maybe it's not true. Let
Absolutely
Clyde
wrong.
respond.
Absolutely wrong. Niranjan Shetty is misleading the people. People watching him
Why
must be
should I
laughing at him.
mislead you?
Saying,
Read.
no, no, you want to have a banter,
You read.
Niranjan Shetty, then let Hina keep quiet. Let's have a banter. Come on. Let's have a
Come on,
banter.
gentlemen.
You
Let's not
Google
get
it.
into this
Clyde,
tutu
you are
meme,
misleading
please.
the people
Mirror
of
now
Maharashtra.
is not the
Clyde.
platform for
Lying
these
and
kind of
fooling the
discussions.
people
I'm
of
sorry.
Maharashtra.
I'll have to
People
wind
are
up this
watching you
debate
right
then.
now
If you
are
are going
laughing
to
at you.
speak
When you said
simultaneously,
that
I'll have to wind
Maharashtra
up
is a
this debate.
prohibited state, people are laughing at you right now
Okay,
watching this
Niranjan
debate because when
Shetty,
you
you've
say
made
that
your
you are
point.
prohibited.
Let Clyde now
Okay,
respond.
I
Please,
allowed him.
gentlemen,
Why
let's
he
have...
is speaking? I
Gentlemen,
allowed him.
1 second. One at a time only. Clyde, 1 second. Fade us down, please. Niranjan Shetty, you've made your point. Let Clyde Castro quickly respond, then I have to wind up this debate. Clyde Castro.
No, but
See, Hina, can I talk, Hina?
Yes.
Okay. What Niranjan Shetty is doing is it's a futile debate that they are doing right now. Therefore, he's trying to mislead the people of Maharashtra. People are laughing at him. The people who sell the wines in the supermarket and will have to procure a license, they have a yearly fee that they have to pay per liter of wine that they sell. There's an excise duty on it. Everything is legally licensed that has to be sold. Nothing goes backdoor. There is no backdoor work they do. The point here is everything will be legal, a license has to be procured, and this has to be done. And now you spoke about how people will benefit. Don't you think that people from the supermarket stores and will also benefit in this? In times like these, when everybody is having troubles, the businesses are going down, there's a way to help people in all strata of life, all walks of businesses to do some kind of business. So what is wrong? Why is BJP anti-people, anti-farmer?
Right.
What is the harm in that? I mean, my point is very simple, Hina. My question to you is, if BJP is so anti all these things, no, all their leaders and functionaries should, stop their wineries, stop their distilleries, stop their restaurants, bars that they own, give it up. Start selling bottle packaged drinking water. This whole holier than thou attitude that they're showing. Stop all this. Give it up. Give it up and show that you are much greater than everybody
All right, gentlemen. Now I'm completely out of time. I'm completely out of time. But thank you very much, both of you, for joining us.
Hina, it is very
No,
unfair.
it's not unfair, Mr. Shetty. I gave you the time. You can't say, I'm sorry. You can't say it's unfair. I gave you all the time to respond.
Give me 30
You asked a
seconds.
question, I gave him time to
Give me a
respond.
30 seconds. Give me a 30
Okay,
seconds.
please.
I am only asking
10
one.
seconds only I'm being told. Very
10
quickly,
seconds.
make your point.
My only question was,
Don't
why
ask
did
any
this
questions.
government...
Just make your point now.
My point is only one thing. If they were so concerned of the farmers, why did not allow the worship temples or the mosque or the church to be functioned during the corona, where the farmers were not? All these garlands and flowers, are they not farmers? Is it not grown in the farms through the farmers? Why didn't they allow? So my query and my allegations towards this the NCP and the Thackeray government is straight, that it is only an appeasement toward a section of this person.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen, both of you, for joining us. No, now I am completely out of time. Thank you very much, both of you, for joining us here on this discussion. Viewers, according to data, the wine industry overall in the country has got a turnover of about 1,000 odd crores in India, out of which Maharashtra's share is about 65%. And many believe that this move could actually help the farmers and the industry as well. We'll see how that really plays out.